All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're continuing with RE0. And just continuing that first story playthrough, basically, to unlock hard mode and the extra stuff and all that. Not worrying about achievements yet. Although, we'll get there when we get there. I've peeked at the achievements. And 0... It might be a little rough, achievement-wise, but we'll see how it goes. For now, it's the easy stuff, though. I just have to beat the game. That's it. That's all I gotta do. I just gotta beat it. It can't be that bad. Although, we're actually... I say that like it could be. It's really not. It's hard. But it's not too hard, of course. Oh. There we go. Sorry. Tech stuff. I want to get into game stream. Do you offer any mentorships? I don't. But in terms of getting into it, genuinely, I always say, like, the best thing is just to start doing it. Like, you don't have to make it perfect or anything. Just genuinely, it's one of those things that, like, if you just start by doing what you think you want to do, it'll all kind of come together one thing at a time once you just start trying it, if that makes sense. Like, you'll figure it out as you go.
I'll also give it to you when she's ready to give it to you, like the dirty slut you are. I got so excited I shot a load, my bad.
And they might include having things like that, depending on who you are. Billy, what the hell do you have? That's right. Pretty sure those are for the train here. Hold on. Playing RE0. I gotta get used to it again. Oh. A good game. I like how the screen is showing. There it is. Here. I'll go back.
Resident Evil 0.
There we go. You're playing 0. Why is the thumbnail for RE1? It's just a thumbnail for the whole series. I made the mistake of beating the wrong version of Metal Gear, so I had to play the correct version. What wrong version do you mean? GOG installer for Diablo 1 doesn't work on Windows 11? Or sorry, on Windows 98? I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Does this ladder just work? Like, from the bottom, too? Played the NES version? Yeah. 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 Just, yeah.
Let's regroup.
Okay.
Okay. This is on Steam, though. This version of RE0. Can't open it. I think I remember how this goes. Hold on. If I do remember, I'm gonna be pissed. Although, it's actually... Hold on. Let me not jump the gun here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Okay. Where is it? Is it just at the top of the elevator? No. Oh. No, it's... Okay. It's actually... That's not too far away. I've now beaten both. Snake's Revenge, here I go. Snake's Revenge, to be fair, you may have played the worse version of the original Metal Gear first, but in terms of like a complete series playthrough, the NES, or sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Snake's Revenge was a sequel to Metal Gear NES, not to Metal Gear for the MSX. So, to be fair, you are getting a complete experience here. Because that's the game that Snake's Revenge is a sequel for. My childhood intro to MGS? Oh god, I'm so sorry. No? Yes. The reason that Snake's Revenge exists was because Kojima made his Metal Gear for the MSX. Konami had a team at, like, the US branch of Konami make an NES port for Metal Gear for Western audiences. Like, the NES version didn't come out in Japan. It was specifically a Western version of Metal Gear. And then after Metal Gear, Kojima wasn't going to make a sequel. He moved on to the next thing. But Konami liked how well Metal Gear for the NES sold in the United States. So they had the same team who made the port just make their own Metal Gear 2. But then, in the midst of that, Kojima heard about the production of Snake's Revenge, said, hey, wait a minute, if you guys are making a sequel, I want to make a sequel. And he came back to make Metal Gear 2. So they changed the name to Snake's Revenge so that it wouldn't, like, be seen as the official sequel. And it kind of sits in this weird limbo as a sequel to specifically the NES version of Metal Gear 1. Okay. Oh. Well, if only Billy could have come up here. Give those to him in a minute. I believe that's the last use of the hookshot in the game. Oh, well, now I need Billy's shit. Door is now unlocked. Come on, Billy. I need you back. I should have just left him here. The NES version is like easy mode compared to the MSX? Really? I actually haven't played Metal Gear NES before. I just never did. Because it was a port. So I was just kind of like, yeah, it's slightly different, but it's not like worthy of a whole separate video, you know? But I've never heard that it's like significantly easier. I just know about the big differences in terms of, like, you know, the final boss fight and the jungle bit in the intro. You keep walking slowly? Just because I'm yapping. If you get spotted on the NES...
Let's regroup.
Okay.
Moving to a different room removes aggro. Oh. Really? Like, it's just that easy to go back into hiding? Oops. Walked right past it. Shit. See, this is what I mean. I'm reading and talking to chat too much. I think you could make a 10-minute video out of it. I feel like I really couldn't, because the changes are so few and far between. I'm trying to think. Like, in terms of gameplay, it's pretty similar, aside from that, I guess. Oh, fuck. And then, Oh, Billy. Oh, fuck. There's no power. Something must have gone wrong with its power regulator. Oh, son of a bitch. Get baited. I don't know what it wants me to do. It also had 2 mazes in it? What? Like that aren't in the MSX version? Oh, yeah, it literally just popped this out. Okay. Well, that would do it. I hate how many times this game splits you up and you end up getting killed because your partner had the power weapon. Oh. Sorry, Hiccup. I never really have the power weapon issue, but I guess that's just because I don't typically carry the power weapons because they take up so much inventory space. I'm more of like I'll go grab those weapons off the ground when I need them for like a boss fight or something. Because the basement isn't a thing. Oh, okay. Oh, I hit the other one. Look at this background. Perfect entry point to RE. Friend of the show, Owen, just started playing RE1, right? I've been telling him for years to play RE. He never has, like, really gotten into it. He played a little bit of RE7 back when that came out, just because that was so popular on launch. But that was about it. But, what's that? He's finally, like, he saw the RE9 trailer, the Leon reveal at the Game Awards, and he was like, this game looks so good, I gotta listen to Chole, I gotta get on that shit. Like, it's about time. He started playing RE1 finally. But before then, he was like, so do I just go chronological order? I start with RE0? I was like, fuck no. Absolutely not. You do not start with RE0. Genuine, like, people just see, like, there's a prequel, and they're like, oh, chronological order, I start with the prequel, right? And you're just like, no, 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 no. Absolutely not. Remake or original? He started with the original. I told him to play both. And he was very confused by the fact that on Steam, RE1 and 0 say remaster. Because he kept being like, I can play the Steam version of RE1 and 0, right? Because those are just remasters. They're the same game. They just look better. I'm like, no, they're remakes. They're remasters because they were like an HD re-release in 2015. And that really confused him. Like, for some reason, I had to clarify it like 3 times. He kept thinking it was the same game. I'm like, no, dude, I'm telling you. Like, 0 really isn't even that remastered. It's very slightly touched up, and Rebecca's face is weird, but that's about it. But, like, RE1 is an entirely different game. We yoink this. Oh. Is a remaster of a remake. Yeah, that's what makes it so confusing. You're like, no, it's a remaster of a remake. And they're like, huh? That doesn't make sense. You're like, trust me, it's a remake. Used to monitor equipment at the construction site. No need to mess around with it. Okay, where the fuck is this ink ribbon?
That's a fucking cock.
Where? Not that I'm looking.
I'm an adult woman. I have said some freaky shit in my day.
Yoink. I'm just gonna leave that. Get it marked. Not the peak that is Crash Wrath of Cortex for once. He mentions a game that is actually peak. That's the best Crash game. I think the biggest issue is the lack of item boxes. You know, it's kind of weird. Because, like, I used to think the same thing. But genuinely, the more that I revisit Zero over the years, the more that I kind of realize that the lack of inventory boxes is almost a non-issue. Because it doesn't really change anything. Which sounds so weird, because it feels like it changes so much. But genuinely, and especially like doing the 100% runs now, and playing RE0 directly off the back of like a couple hundred hours of other classic RE games, it really doesn't change anything. Like, it genuinely still has the same effect of you have a limited inventory, you have to drop the item. And then if you need the item back, you just have to walk to the other room to grab it. It's just that now, instead of having like 1 or 2 rooms that you walk back to, you just check the map real quick to see what room it is. And that's the only difference. It's a matter of it could be in any room instead of the same one room, if that makes sense. A giant humanoid being is suspended in bioorganic fluid inside a capsule. Bioorganic being. I think this key is used up top, right? Ow! Ow! Ow, 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 ow. Oh my god, Rebecca. There we go. Jesus Christ. Adds unnecessary backtracking when you move to new areas. It could, but like the thing is, you don't need to mule everything over. I haven't been doing it this playthrough. Because it's just, like, it feels necessary, like almost compulsive. But if you just don't do it, like if you don't add that tedium yourself just for the sake of trying to have it be like the old games, it's not there. As weird as that might sound. Brave to use only a single save slot for Zero. I like to live dangerously. I live with my mistakes. There aren't many games. Oh shit. I'm dumb. This said train key on it. Brave or stupid, you decide. Hey, we got this. Some of the achievements in this one, I will say, I've now, like, since we're getting kind of close to the end of the first just playthrough to unlock the other modes and stuff, like reacquaint myself with the game, etc. Now that we're close to that, I took a peek at the achievements list, like really. And oh boy. Some of them are just bizarre. Like challenging even in ways that some of the RE1 remake achievements weren't. For example, one of them, actually, what's my health at? Sorry. One of them is to complete an entire playthrough of the game without mixing any herbs. You can use herbs. You're totally free to use herbs, but you cannot combine any herbs in your entire playthrough. Which at first doesn't sound that bad, but then like red herbs, useless. They do nothing for you. Green herbs, because you can't use red herbs, only like a third as useful as they would otherwise be. And this is a game where I'm typically a little low on healing items to begin with. Like even using the first aid sprays and stuff. So that's gonna be a fun playthrough. Look, as much as this area doesn't make much in-universe sense to be here, it looks really nice in RE0. Because 0 looks great. Can you still use the medical kit and the chemicals? Yeah, I think the chemicals are required for progression. But what's it? Over a third of the achievement list are less than 10% unlocks on Steam. That's wild. More than a third of the achievements in this game are rare. That's fucking crazy, actually. It's probably because it's shit like that, right? Just really weird stuff where, like, I don't even want to think about... At least it's a nice stepping stone up to some challenges we'll have to do later in the series. Mikkel's already on it. Some of the RE Engine games have achievements for not using a single healing item the entire playthrough. So... looks good, but it would have been useful if Rebecca told everyone about the Umbrella Lab, so that RE2 would have never happened. Well, the fun part... I talk a lot about lore contradictions and stuff introduced by RE0's story. This game takes place, like, the night before RE1, right? And Rebecca comes here. And there are bioweapons all on the loose, and the lab is, like, in ruin already. When Rebecca is here in RE0. But then, in already established lore, and, like, the series continuity, this lab is perfectly fine until a few days before the Raccoon City outbreak. And, like, business as usual is going on here until a few days before the Raccoon City outbreak, which is like 2 months after RE1.
You're alive.
Are you okay, Rebecca?
Where is everybody?
They should have arrived here before me. Haven't you seen them? That's unfortunate. If we go straight from here, we should arrive at an old mansion which Umbrella uses for research. Come on, let's go.
Wait! I've got to find Billy.
Billy Cohen? You mean you found that criminal?
Yes, but we got separated and...
No point worrying about him. He won't make it. Come on, let's go.
Sir, please. I need to find him. Don't worry, I'll catch up with you.
Rebecca... All right. Just be careful.
I never saw him again.
Wasn't the surviving S.T.A.R.S censored by the chief? Yes. Necessary to get the elevator running again? What was I saying? Emotional moment. Door read security room. No need to search this place. Oh yeah. Just the fact that this lab already has bioweapons, like, broken out and wreaking havoc and destroying the place, but then the lab is supposed to be fine for, like, another 2 months or so after this. It's just one of the issues that Zero has in terms of story and timeline and all that. Use to activate the elevator. Why do I have to actually go into my inventory for this key? Speaking of not having healing items.
What is that?
A little shuffle. Okay. Ow. Get up, Rebecca. Holy shit. Oh, can't run that way. Ooh. Ah! Oh, come on.
So fucking bad.
Bad one. Is this a different
I got so excited I shot a load, my man.
research facility? Because this would be the first that I've heard that. How is there a full-ass tyrant on the loose without a full USS team hunting them down? I don't know. I have no idea. I have so many points, that's crazy. I never have points here. I know, it's crazy. Pretty sure it's a different one. It would make sense with the elevator, but it also doesn't make much sense still with, like, the tram. Because you go directly under this place, right? And then you get on the tram system, just like the one we see in RE2. That tram takes you to a factory that looks just like the one from RE2. The factory elevator takes you down to a lab that looks just like the one from RE2. But even then, like, where did the tram go if everything was supposed to be, like, on top of one another? No, I know about the training facility. I'm talking about the lab down below. That resembles the one from RE2. Oh, this is the wrong way. Wait, how do I... Oh no, that would get me into the training facility. This isn't the training facility. This is the training facility right here. Would you want another prequel game set in Raccoon City before the outbreak? No. Only because there's not really anything more to explore there. And seeing how Zero went, I wouldn't want them to go and fuck with things more than they already did. Damn, did I clear out, like, all of my items? Oh my god. Not even intentionally, I just used them all up. Okay. Shit. That can't be it. That can't be all of my... That is all of my items. Pretty much. Oh god, where did I put the magnum ammo? There's handgun ammo in the laboratory? On the lower floor. How did that get left there? Yeah, this is what I was talking about with the whole not having items ever thing. I guess at the very least, since I'm right here. Did Billy have it? Oh, Billy might have my magnum ammo. That might actually be where my magnum ammo is, now that you mention it. That could be it. I'd believe it. I hate having to dump items in this game. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I just thought I had more items like left behind than I did. I thought I was going to go in there and it was going to be like a treasure trove of all of my items from the facility run through, and then I realized that I had nothing. I used all of those items just scraping by to get out of the facility. It's on level 2 on this elevator. I don't remember. Oh. The other side of the factory. Well, don't mind if I do. A whole 8 bullets too? Holy shit. I know that sound. There he is. Oh, fucker. Oh, no. He is perfectly positioned. He is so perfectly positioned. God damn it. All right, here we go again. Well, now I know I don't have to go back to the facility. If nothing else. I can still feel my heartbeat. And I didn't take damage to the hunters yet either. Streamer, yes. That was the most nothing death ever, I know. Literally just step into room, get stuck on hunter. That's it. Died. I did die. This game is fucked up. Thankfully, this isn't going to be a whole lot to, like, recover, though. It genuinely is just grabbing this, hitting the platform, fighting the tyrant, and then going right back there. Run to his left. Or get hit again anyway. It was like, last time I tried to run to his right, it didn't work. Or, run to the right, not his right. You know what I mean. Ever since someone in chat mentioned Avatar, my YouTube shorts have been covered in clips of the film. Oh, like James Cameron Avatar? I thought you meant when False mentioned it because we've been watching Fist of the North Star. And she refers to when Kenshiro's eyes light up like white she keeps calling it him going Avatar. Do you like it? I've seen it before. I do like it a lot. It's very dated in terms of animation. Like, incredibly dated animation-wise. And you can tell that, like, even for the time it was made, they didn't have a whole lot of a budget for it. Because, like, I've seen other anime from that time. And even, like, by that standard, Fist of the North Stars looked a little cheap. Looked a little low budget. But outside of the animation, it's great. The animation is, like, the only thing holding it back. You say original Dragon Ball is dated animation-wise? A little bit, but not too much, no. I feel like you can watch original Dragon Ball and it still looks really good. Came out in the 70s? Yeah, but even by that standard, like, it just looks... Yeah. But, like, it's phenomenal outside of that. I love Fist of the North Star. I'm excited to play Lost Paradise, even though everyone says it sucks. Like, everyone I know who has actually played it, which is a very small list, to be fair. But everyone I know who did play it is like, yeah, it's not very good. Thinking about getting the manga. If you enjoy reading manga, that probably would be the way to go for Fist of the North Star. Because, like, the artwork is incredible. It really is just the anime's animation that feels a little... Yeah. Best way to put it, just kind of Is that my last one? No, I have one more. Coming in from a new fan, OG Dragon Ball looks really good. There's some animation reuse, but it's the 80s. Yeah. It genuinely, like, it has some of its age showing at times, but...
No pregnant, only breed. Unless you pay me 80K.
Unless you pay 80K. Which is a fair... what's it? What's the word I'm looking for here?
They didn't expect some weird pink fox girl VTuber anime girl online to play this game and make her entire community make a day about livers.
They didn't. Fair compensation, it is. 80K, it covers enough costs, it's fine. Okay, let's see if I can slip by him better this time. Good start. Good start. Jesus. Jesus, fuck. How did I get turned around? RE0. There we go. Oh my god. I might still be dead, to be clear. The sacred green and red herb combo right there. Capcom, why do you do this to me? Okay. Crazy how they only ever made 2 liver day. Please, please, please. Please. Please, I'm begging you. Okay. Oh, fucker. Ow. I'm going the other way anyway. Fuck you. All right, we're back to orange. And we're back to orange. Not enough stun lock. Oh my god. Why are they like that?
You and your friends no longer amuse me. Good riddance. Now nothing will stop me from getting my revenge.
I hate this character. I really just don't like the story in Zero. Mostly because of the contradictions and stuff. Like, you could remove Zero from series canon, and it would make the story of, like, early RE make more sense. Oh my god, Billy. Billy, please. Well, goodbye, Billy. I'll just be going into umbrella sewerage. Oh. That could help. Rest in peace, Billy. The game that needs a remake to fix its story. Yeah, CVX needs some fixing too. Particularly because of CVX. The re-released version and the added scenes that came with it introduced issues with the story that didn't exist in the original release of Code Veronica. So thank you, Capcom, for those great added scenes. They're so good. Guess we're just going down. Oh, the power's not on? But Wesker doing that dive kick off a wall was cool, though. Was cool. Area supply power panel. Designate a point to receive power. Power can be supplied to any location up to 2 points away. Right. Oh. Well, shit. Shit. Yeah. Hold on. I got this one. Would I want to start here? That's still not my best starting point, no. No, not at all. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I guess this, just because, yeah, then it clears out everything up top. Yeah, there we go. Huge. It would definitely tone down Zero a lot. I hope not. Look, as much as I think Zero is bordering on, like, bullshit hard a lot of the time, I feel like that's the one, like, interesting characteristic that Zero has. If that makes sense. Like, that's the one thing that I can't take away from Zero that does make it, like, noteworthy among the classic entries. It's the fucking hard one. I can wait. I can wait. I'm also really good at shooting the wall. Here's the has. Oh, he has the Brady Games official strategy guide just out of frame. Oh, I have my stream just out of frame for chat. I have chat on my second monitor too. But sometimes my bot chat window dies and I don't know until I see the chat move on my phone. And it's not moving on my other monitor, and that's how I know I need to fix it. Zero was the first time they put the review score in the title. The official guide is a physical product. I was born in 2002. You think I have a physical game strategy guide? Genuine question. I have a few. I was born in 2002. Allow me to reiterate. You think I have strategy guides and books and stuff that are physical? I still have them? Why? I'm feeling old now. No, I just look old. Everyone always just thinks I'm old. You don't need to feel old just because I look old. It surprises everyone. The beard? It's not even just the beard. Even before I had a beard, people always thought I was older than I am. Just made these, thank God. Ow! Oh! Rebecca! Auto aim moment, hello. Ow. Shit. Ow. Oh my God. Bro, I'm gonna die. Yep. Okay. My Cole is a similar age to me because he was playing so many games released before he was born. I just prefer the general design philosophies of like the late 90s and early 2000s generally. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate it. Not that there are newer games, or sorry, not that I like dislike newer games that are just because they're new, but the general, I guess, mindset and approach to game design during that period, it more closely aligns with my design philosophy and stuff like that. Oh, shit. I'm reading chat too much. Where's the puzzle? Oh, it's over here. I just got lucky hitting it the first time. It was here, right? Yeah. here. Here. Was making the game so hard you gotta buy a guide or phone a hotline? No, that was the 80s. Come on now. The 90s was like, it's challenging. It takes a bit to figure out, but if you play the game and you learn the mechanics, you'll be rewarded for it. The 80s were like, you know, just make the game hard as fuck so they have to buy the guide or phone the Nintendo hotline, whatever it is. People say that they beat Metroid without looking it up. No, the fuck they didn't. Like NES original Metroid, no, the fuck they didn't. I don't care how old you were or how much time you had on your hands. You did not go up to that wall and just think, oh, this totally normal wall? Yeah, I'm gonna use a bomb to bounce myself up and then plant another bomb mid-air at the perfect point so that when I hit the ground, if I bomb myself up again, I'll be able to double bounce into the wall where it doesn't even look like I would be able to go through, but I bet that works. No, you didn't. You did not beat that without a guide. Fuck off. No one did. I once rang that line. Once upon a time, I called the Nintendo hotline. I did. Ban him. For being a liar. I want him gone. Burn a tree to find the hidden dungeon? Yeah, burn this one tree in the overworld. Sorry, this is gonna be an OG Zelda rant because this pisses me off in the original Zelda. Burn the one tree, random-ass tree in the overworld that opens up a dungeon entrance. When at this point in the game, you have a candle item that only allows you to burn one time per screen. So if you want to try burning different trees, like on the same screen, you're gonna have to burn one, see if anything happens, go off the screen, come back, defeat whatever enemies respawned from you leaving and coming back, and then try the next tree and rinse and repeat. Because guess what? The item that lets you burn multiple things per screen, yeah, it's a reward from this dungeon. Because you obviously wouldn't need it to find that dungeon. Fucking original Zelda. And it pisses me off because the rest of the original Zelda is so good. Like, that is at least a top 2 NES game. Just OG Zelda, at least for me. That is, like, either my favorite or second favorite NES game ever. The original Zelda. But that one thing pisses me off so much. It's so dumb. On so many levels. It's awful. Well, I was gonna say, should I go back and grab a knife from the training facility so that I can get the achievement for killing an enemy with a knife, which there is one. I don't have it. I haven't done it in 0, apparently. But since Billy has more health, I probably want to do it with him. Yeah. Fucking original Metal Gear. Use your radio to call someone in this one specific hallway of the building, even though there's nothing to tell you that you need to call them from a specific room or hallway. You just get their frequency, and then if you call them in any other room, you don't get any response. Like, they don't even pick up. But if you call them in this one random-ass hallway, that's how you progress to the next area. That's original Metal Gear. I recognize that anywhere. Fucking Kojima. Yeah, that was the 80s. When we talk about shit like that, that was the 80s. He's a genius. He is. He is a genius. Can never... I mean, who else?
Yeah, but like... Alright.
Who else could have thought of such a thing? Who else could have thought of that, if not Kojima?
Suno mono ultramatic chromoscopic silicovo volcanico conciosis.
What are the odds that we get like the two longest ones back to back? These are random. There are like 60 of them. What are the odds that we get the two longest ones right back to back? You should know it comes in twos. See the card. Come on, Rebecca. Reach up. It's just up there. I love the look of Zero. It's a good looking game. I do have inventory space for those. I love that suddenly, after I was like fully out of healing items for so long, the game just has perfect red and green herbs right next to each other all over the place. It feels like it's apologizing. It's just giving me a huge stockpile right at the end. Oh, shotgun shells. Did I get the achievement for pushing something big with Rebecca yet? No. I didn't realize there was an achievement for that. Can I not? Oh, there we go. I was trying to do that. Oh, okay. This is a two-person puzzle. All Zero needed was an evade button. And a good story. And some better locations. And better enemy design. Apologizing for making you play the game. I bet I'd like it. I don't think you would. I don't think you would, False.
Billy!
I know you like bad games, but like, I don't think you would like this one. There's a big reason why.
Rebecca, where am I?
You're safe now. Are you okay? What could have done this?
They must have been used as test subjects in Marcus's research. He must have kept messing around with the mother virus.
The mother virus.
Billy?
You calling me shit? Yeah, the thing that would keep you away from
You
Zero
stay here.
Okay,
firmly and easily
This way.
okay.
is that this game is crushingly difficult. So even though you like games with shitty game design, that would keep you away. Remember that that one boss fight for the alternate ending in Drakengard? Is it on emulator or Steam? Steam. But you remember the Drakengard boss fight? That one? That's like this whole game. And you are? I don't know them by name. It's timed? Well, not always. I could do this puzzle now. Can I mod the game
I'll go.
Yeah.
to have no timer? I mean, could you? Yeah. I don't know if people have made a mod to remove all the timers from the game. But you could, I suppose. You will make it. But then who's doing my YouTube stuff? Can't go the other way either, can it? Okay. So I need to get 3 crates over there. And I also need to move that gray one so that it can all open up. Hold on, my brain is lagging right now. I mean, oh, no, I can't do that. He's exaggerating, you can play it. I mean, you can, but you're not going to enjoy the difficulty of this game. Like, I know where False's line is, and this game is past it. Why am I struggling so hard to figure this out? Because this is strangely confusing. Because I'm like, can I move this there to open it? And I could, but then I can't push it into that little empty spot because this box is here, and I can't push that box over there because the blue one would be there, and I can't push it off the wall. If I bring that like to the side to try to put it into that corner over there, that doesn't work either because I can't push it from the side until this is open. A little too hard for a streamer. I genuinely like just getting the door open in the first place is what's confusing me. I'll get it if I stare at it long enough, surely. Um, I could push the box to the right and then have the thing spin the other way. But then I won't be able to put this box into that little slot for it either. Oh god. Why is this so confusing? What the fuck? What if I just go for it? Oh. Too heavy. Billy! We need to switch. We need to switch, Billy. There. Women can't move things. We learn this in video games. We do. We do learn this in video games. Do I turn it? Too dangerous, you say? Because it was the wrong way. Yeah, okay. So that's open now. Which... Oh, fuck me. Oh, there are unforeseen problems with this. How do you feel about the movie franchise? No. Just no. Yeah, I can't solve it this way. This doesn't work. Unless... Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Haha! I can solve it this way. Mila as Alice is amazing. Yeah, but everything else sucks. Like, literally everything. I could not name you another good thing about the movies. This works, right? The gray box being where it is doesn't cause a problem? No, that does work. Sweet. Where does this even go? I don't even know what this is for. But I got it. All right, Billy. Let's get out of here. My work is done.
Follow me.
Yeah.
Just making sure his health was okay. Have you seen RE Afterlife? It's awesome. I saw it when it came out. I could not recall any of it to you, genuinely. Like, I don't remember really anything about it. I should go get the knife for Billy for that one achievement. Just to grab it. Although I guess I gotta wait until there's zombies. They get worse as they go, and they didn't start off particularly well.
Go.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like, I feel like they started okay, and then it was a pretty quick downhill from there. Whoa, his location saved. He has a helmet. Fuck. Oh, the helmet doesn't matter. I just got unlucky. Son of a bitch. All right, leave one of them there. Dendrobium, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Gotta go get a knife. This is important. This is very important. Oh, my back. I'm trying to crack it. It's not working. I go all the way up, right? To the very top, I think. Has anybody noticed how much the economy sucks? Hey, chat. Have any of you guys also realized that the economy right now is kind of not great? Anyone else? Like, I don't know. It just, everything seems expensive. Just me? Sorry. That question it just got me. Oh, really? This is brand new information. I went out shopping. Wife gave me a list. I don't normally go. Why is everything so expensive? Oh, that's why. Yeah, that'll do it. You guys just gotta get Costco in the UK. You know, I have been noticing that the prices have been going up. Now that you mention it, I think they are. That sounds about right. Oh, you do have Costco? Well, then you gotta go to Costco. Been watching your RE videos on YouTube. Good stuff. Been fun watching them. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Thank you. Do you go once a month? Good. Costco and Aldi, man. They get me by. Costco for like big stuff, meat, etc. Aldi for most other things. Don't you need an annual membership? Yeah, but you generally make the money back in terms of savings. Girl math, I know, but like because of how much you save on everything else, the membership ends up being kind of a non-factor, assuming you actually like go regularly. Wonder if you'll like Food Lion down here? I don't know. They have to compete with Costco, right? You said? Like that's kind of the comparison that I'll end up making. Oh, never been to a Costco? I thought paying 75 cents for a single chocolate-covered cherry was normal. Hey, that's some premium chocolate and cherry, okay? Come on, that's a reasonable price. Let's see. I've never really used RE0's knife, so I don't know what the move is here. Yeah, probably to not take a weird swing like that. Yeah! Off of me. I was gonna say, I didn't get an achievement pop. I know he's alive. All this effort for a stupid-ass achievement. I can keep going. Oh. Huh. Son of a bitch. How little damage does this knife deal? There. Holy fuck. Put this thing away. Never touching one of these again. Bring me back to the glory days of Code Veronica, man. Holy shit. That knife sucks. That's worse than the remake knife. Oh, this is what the key item is for. Ah, of course. I knew that. I knew that. I forgot to group them together again. I'm surprised that the knife achievement isn't a rare one.
Come on.
Okay.
How often are you guys running out of ammo playing RE0? For the knife kill achievement to not be rare. The crit rate is bad. It's like RE1 remake crit rate. Oh shit, you're alive? Oh, what? 2 in a row that didn't crit? It's wild. It's a rite of passage. What, running out of ammo in RE0? I feel like this game has a fairly generous ammo economy, all things considered. Like, I feel like the difficulty in this game almost entirely comes from the enemy design. Oh, getting a knife kill. Okay. It's true, but in RE0, you're crazy. Why are you doing it in 0? Hope you had a good holiday. I did. Thank you. Who you like most? She's a Leon enjoyer. Sorry, investigators report 2. We should have finished with this dump long ago. When this all started, did anyone expect that there would be guns blazing away like this? We weren't told a thing about these creatures attacking us at the briefing. Guess they were a surprise to the head honchos, too. The things in the woods, just starting to attack people. That had to be planned. Someone deliberately scattered that virus, no doubt about it. But the guards, our fellow soldiers, they must still be around. Well, whatever. Don't have to worry about that anymore. What I've got to worry about is whether to use this last bullet on myself or on a friend. That's the only decision I have to make. Looks like he chose himself. Oh.
Look at my throat hole.
Hold on. There. The friend is dealt with now.
I will stick my finger in your teeth.
Nice vids, thank you. I'm glad you've been enjoying them. Oh. Does Rebecca have space? I hope so. There we go. Is that really all that's up here? Like one note, a couple green herbs? I guess so. Forgot about the goblins and ghosts minigame. A lot of people did. What's with the goblins and ghosts? Has it been forgotten for that long? These are still a thing? I mean, they're still there, yeah. Whoa. We ever get our rewards for winning? Not yet. They're still happening.
Okay.
At some point. Haven't played RE4 Remake because of Windows 11? You don't need Windows 11 for RE4 Remake. You know what game I still think of? Guy Savage and MGS Delta. The vibes are immaculate. I want that game to be standalone. It really, like... The Delta Guy Savage was so good. They could make a full game out of that. It's my grenade launcher. It's at the lab. Okay. I'm gonna want it. There are a lot of enemies here that will make me want it. It's because Platinum made it. I know, it's great. It's so good. But my new PC uses it and I'm not willing to download Windows 10. You don't need Windows 10 for it either. It works on 11. Something tells me they were testing the waters by remaking. What, Guy Savage? I don't know if they were necessarily testing the waters. I felt like it was more just a celebration of MGS3 in general. So Guy Savage, like, had to be there. If that makes sense. zoom. I'm grabbing the acid rounds from here. But then why go out of their way to get Platinum to make it? Just because Platinum was like perfect for it, and Konami and Platinum have such a close relationship already. Especially like when it comes to Metal Gear, you know, since Platinum developed Metal Gear Rising. I really don't think it was anything more than just trying to go all out for MGS3. I don't see it as anything more than that. Oh. Some Magnum ammo I left behind. I don't have space. What am I carrying? Oh, shit. We'll see. I'm not expecting a Guy Savage thing. Or a Rising 2. I think it genuinely just was... They have a great relationship with Platinum. They work with them a ton. And they were just trying to make something special. $2025? It was 2025, yeah. But yeah, RE4 Remake should work on anything Windows 10 or 11 regardless of update. If you're having troubles with downloading it, then the issue wouldn't be Windows 11. It would be your drive that you're trying to download it to. Something with Steam not having like proper privileges on your PC. Although I don't know if that's a general issue or not for you. Or just your internet, if you're saying it's taking too long. It could be any of those. I heard they were supposed to make a Rising 2 when Kojima was there, but Platinum was like not interested. I don't know why Rising 2 didn't happen, but Kojima did have a concept for a Rising 2. And we don't have a ton of details about that outside of a couple of tweets from him and like one interview that was done with Platinum executive around that time. I'm gonna drop my Magnum. The acid rounds. Yeah. Yeah, if it's crashing, then it's definitely like a hard drive / SSD or driver issue. My Steam activity page still isn't loading. Oh yeah, False tried to open up an activity page last night on Steam and it didn't load for her either. Where you play as Gray Fox and it's revealed that he's actually Venom, you stop. You stop that. It was actually supposed to feature Gray Fox as the main character, from what we do know. Like, that was the plan. Yeah, I need to go back up to here. Been doing that since Christmas? Oh. You think all the traffic from the sale might have crashed it? Literally makes no sense. No, what he's joking about is... I talked a lot about the Python Selkin video when it came out. That was a massive theory of Venom Snake is actually Gray Fox. Because it's like this hour-plus theory video. And it's not really treated much like a theory. They framed it very much as like We've pieced together the truth of Venom Snake. Now let us show you. And I memed the hell out of it because I'm like, this theory is so stupid. I was like, this is so dumb. It was so close to the truth. But yeah, that's the meme. People still bring it up to me because it annoyed me so much. It was funny. It was a funny video. So I can't go this way to get back over to the lab now, can I? I think I have to go... I have to go, like, out back. Yeah. Behind this room. He is Gray Fox, and the one that died in Metal Gear 1 was Plastic Snake. Yeah, that was the part that got really stupid with the theory. It wasn't even all the Gray Fox stuff throughout it. It was when he got to Metal Gear 1, and he was like, oh yeah, so after the events of the Phantom Pain, Gray Fox actually went back to being Gray Fox. And I can't even remember who he was saying took the place of Big Boss in Metal Gear 1. But he basically had it framed where there was like a switcheroo where Gray Fox stopped being a copy of Big Boss and went back to just being Gray Fox after the Phantom Pain, but before Metal Gear 1. I was like, what? What is this framing? Like, how? This makes no sense. Also, the hunters out there are diabolical. Is that a zombie? What's with all this repopulating, Capcom? What are we doing? I remember this video around 2014. Yes, it's a more recent thing. This was like last year. My inventory's full. Again. Okay. Oh, it was 2024. It was an update to the OG video. Okay. Wait, even with that, I still... Well, I can make this work. I can make this work. I was like, wait, that doesn't actually do anything for me, does it? Well, now I'm realizing I never needed to fire that shot. It's not like I was going to use the flame round anyway. Now, where's my magnum ammo? I can't see it, but it's right here. Haha! Now I leave. Beautiful. It's all coming together now. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, the Python Selkin Gray Fox theory is a bit of a meme at this point. In my community, at least. Also, Quiet is Liquid. Quiet is Liquid Snake. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that's my theory. For sure. It just makes too much sense. All the pieces are there. Makes too much sense to not be true. Saw a post on Reddit saying Dead Space Remake does everything better than the original, and most people were in agreement. I hate Reddit. I thought I did. Now you've confirmed it. I hate Reddit. It does a lot of things better. It does not do everything better. Fuck off. Because it does, ban him. What do you mean? I mostly think that the remake fumbles some of the story elements. Granted, it doesn't so much fumble them in the sense that they fucked it up entirely, but they reframed Dead Space 1's story to fit with lore from Dead Space 2 and 3 rather than just remaking Dead Space 1's story. Just say you're mad Isaac talks. Isaac talking is part of it, but it's not all of it. Like, they changed the entire purpose that the marker served in Dead Space 1 to better fit the retconning that happened in Dead Space 2 in terms of the marker's role, which is fine in that sense, but I kind of wish they didn't, because I've always thought, and Dead Space 2 is my favorite in the series, but Dead Space 2's retcon of the marker is like the biggest thing that I hate about Dead Space 2. I can drop this with my Magnum here. Grab my acid rounds. Oops, that's not my acid round. Was 2 the one with the eye scene? 2 was the one with the eye scene, yeah. Yeah, 2 is my favorite one, but I've always hated that story change. What was the retcon? In Dead Space 1, specifically Dead Space 1, before they changed it in 2 and onward. And this isn't present in the remake either. The big reveal near the end is that the marker was never, like, malicious, but it was actually something that was just there to seal... Why can't I not think of what the enemies are called in Dead Space? Holy fuck. Someone throw me a bone here. Necromorphs, thank you. It was a... what's it? Artifact that existed to seal the necromorphs within the planet. So when they removed the marker, it unleashed all that hell onto all of them. But it was never because the marker was like an outright malicious entity. And then when the marker is like whispering to Isaac and stuff throughout the game and guiding him, it's actually simply trying to get him to bring it back down to the surface and put it back in place so that it can seal everything away again. Dead Space 2 changed the lore a good bit to make it that the necromorphs that the marker speaks for the necromorphs and uses the marker to communicate and try to influence things so that the necromorphs can spread, which was a huge retcon that in my opinion is way less interesting than the fact that the marker was originally like this sentient artifact that was simply trying to keep things sealed away and actually was trying to protect everyone. That was always my least favorite thing in Dead Space 2 and onwards, was that they changed that, because I feel like the original take on it is vastly more interesting. Made me an instant fan. Keep doing great work. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed them. I appreciate it. Did you watch the supplemental media? The supplemental media came out after Dead Space 2 had entered production and was also part of cementing that retcon. Oop. But the original take, and Glenn Schofield has talked about the marker in interviews before. Because Glenn left, he was the director of the first game, had a huge hand in writing and especially the lore of it, but left like very shortly after Dead Space 2 entered production, and a lot of things changed after that. And he's talked at lengths in interviews over the years about his disdain for where they ended up taking the story and the lore of the series in 2 and 3. So personally, my biggest thing with Dead Space Remake that I dislike is that they changed the lore of the original to fit the later versions of the games, or sorry, the later lore of the games, rather than just remaking Dead Space 1. Because, like, from an overall continuity sense, makes sense. But, yeah. I'm a warts and all kind of guy. And Isaac talks. Yeah, and Isaac talking ruins the reveal at the end a lot. Like, a lot. And I don't like that. But Isaac also talked in Dead Space 2, and that took away from the whole thing in Dead Space 1 to begin with. So again, it's the whole thing of, like, they're just trying to fit the later games better. But Cole feels like it takes away... Sorry, caveman mode. I haven't done this in a fucking minute. Feels like it takes away from the original. Despite fitting better
right.
with
I haven't pegged
later
the man
material.
In a long time.
Callisto shows that Glenn had a much lesser part than he let on. Well, that's not true. Because what we know from, again, further interviews and reporting on Callisto over the years is that what happened to Callisto was almost entirely the result of Crafton meddling with everything and not letting the team do what they actually wanted to do. Dried up fruit, did that just say? Dried up fruit. There is no dried up fruit on that table. Those are chess pieces and beer cans. Where is the dried up fruit? Capcom. Fucking Capcom. Dead Space 1 overall, others. Whoa, 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 whoa. 2. 2 is great. 2 is the best one. Could there have been a way for Isaac to talk but not spoil anything? Yeah, just don't have him, like, outright hinting at the fact that he's going crazy near the end of the game. Like, that, they could have had him talk and not done that, and it could have been fine. Although, to be fair, again, one of the things with Isaac not talking in the first game that made it interesting with the reveal at the end is, like, you learn at the end that the reason he doesn't talk, it's not because he's just never spoken. It's because from going crazy after learning of Nicole's death, he went nonverbal. Like, it affected him so deeply that he went nonverbal from just the trauma and the shock of it. And that was interesting. But it was taken away with Dead Space 2, and then further taken away when the remake followed that version of the lore rather than actual Dead Space 1 lore. So, yes and no. Sort of yes, sort of no. Like, something still would have been lost no matter what, but it still could have been handled better than it did if they were going to, or better than it was if they were going to do it. Went nonverbal and mentally suppressed the knowledge of her death? Yes, which is interesting. But the remake changes it to just, he suppressed the knowledge. It didn't shock him so deeply the way it did in the original. Just enough to do that, but to still act like a normal person outside of that. This man had 2 wives total, right? Yes. Which is also post Dead Space 1 lore. Was that Dead Space 3 that introduced his second wife into the lore, or was it 2? Chat, help me out. Help Cole out, fuck. This redeem sucks. Yes, 3? Okay, I thought so. 2? Is it 2? Cole couldn't remember which one. He had 2 wives? Yes. It's introduced in a game post Dead Space 1 that he had a second wife. Which, again, in Cole's opinion, takes away from the first game's story. Cole thinks that Dead Space 2 is the best Dead Space, but story-wise, they did really fuck with the story of Dead Space 1 retroactively in a lot of ways that Cole hates. Anyway, battery fluid. Battery fluid. The fluid used in batteries is a diluted solution of mixed water and sulfuric acid. Both must be of a high purity. When fully charged, battery fluid should have a specific gravity of 1.280 plus minus. This is too much. This is over, Cole said. Plus minus 0.010. Second zero, or final zero is redundant. At 20 degrees Celsius. Battery acid purity. Take care that the dilute sulfuric acid solution is of a sufficient purity. We'll see you around, Hot Sauce. Have a good rest of your day. Three didn't ruin the character that much. I think every marriage would be better if each man had 2 wives, only 2, no more. You know what? I agree. 2 of wives, excellent choice. Excellent choice. Chat, spread the word. If you even get one, bitch. We'll see. We'll see. 1 is too many sometimes. Fuck. Oh no. Oh, Billy, come on. We gotta go. No more pistol. It's grenade launching time. Also, you can have this. This was for you. It's a big toad. It is. Where's my grenade launcher? Is it in the save room right here? I think so. I'll just go back. I think that's where I dropped it. It did work better than just having Hammond and Kendra yell things at him. For the record, I saw that, but then I got distracted by the big frog. That is true. Which is why it's like, it's not the worst thing ever, but I do just really dislike the effects that it had on the original story. Plus, Hammond and, what was her name? Kendra, thank you. Just yelling at you what to do the whole game, for lack of a better term, is so video gamey that, like, you kind of just start to drown it out, you know? It's kind of like, oh yeah, I'm playing a game. That's just how these things go. They just tell you what to do. And you go do it. Would have been better if they had him talk, but in a very reserved manner. Like, have him talk, but super rarely, you mean? Could have worked. I feel like they just... Like, even though... Well, they could have just handled him talking better. Like, if they were going to stick with that for better continuity with 2 and 3, like, I get it. But they could have done a better job with it. Fucking shit, how did that grab me? Huge! No. That tracks for a lot of engineers I've encountered. It does. It definitely does. Never met a quiet engineer in my life. Especially a software engineer. Holy fuck. You think I'm a yapper. Treatment plant manager's diary. 510. Damn it. Why is normal industrial waste being delivered here? This is an umbrella corporation facility. We can't deal with this volume of material. Plus, they're sending us contaminated materials that we can't process. What are we supposed to do with it? 724, that's a big jump. Well, looks like they're closing it down. Not surprising, using it like they did. Had to be done, but it was pretty sudden. It's not like they cared until now. Anyway, as long as I get out of here, I don't care what they do. Never get a software engineer started? Don't. Really don't. It's the control panel for the gondola. The motherboard is missing. Without the motherboard, the gondola can't receive electrical current. Am I remembering right? I think I am.
I'll go check over there.
Okay.
Billy, stay put. I need to go grab something. Don't worry about it. You're back, fucker. Oh! What a bitch. What a bitch. Frogged. Don't you frogged me. I didn't get frogged. He just caught me off guard. That's all. I have not played Tormented Souls, no. The classic, like, survival horror game that I've never touched that I'm curious about more than any of the others is, what's that? I can't think of the name. The FromSoft one. Eternal Darkness? Is that FromSoft's? That's one of them. I don't know if that's FromSoft's. The FromSoft one. There were so many, like, early PS2 survival horror games from so many different devs, it's hard to keep track. Never ever get a guy started who worked as a producer, has signed some NDAs, and is making video game retrospectives on YouTube. Those are the ones that yap a lot. Those are the ones that yap a lot. That is true. Silicon Knights, though? Fuck, which one is the FromSoft one? Echo Knight doesn't even sound familiar to me. But you're right, Eternal Darkness is Silicon Knights. Which one is it? Where's the Magnum ammo? Oh. Echo the Dolphin? No, not that one. You do know of Echo Knight? I showed you? Oh. I don't remember it. Kuon? That might be it. I know that name. That is what I'm thinking of. It's Kuon. Yes. That's the one I'm thinking of. That one is the one that I've always been really curious about. Mostly because it doesn't seem particularly good. Which has my curiosity even more piqued. No, I'm getting a DM. One image. Eternal Night is a From Software game, though. That is accurate. False is sending me stuff. Yeah, Clock Tower doesn't interest me personally a whole lot. Because it's a very particular brand of survival horror that I'm not too big into. You make YouTube as a living? I do. But I'm glad you enjoyed the art. Sorry, I like answered the question, went right to the next thing. I'm glad you enjoyed the series. Thank you. Okay. Oh, look at that background. The claw. Like $6. I haven't played it. I've heard it's not amazing. Like, I've heard it's kind of just meh. But $6 is $6, right? Like, that's a pretty cheap price to buy any game at. It's hard to argue with a $6 game. Oh, auto aim won't kick in just yet. Hold on. There it is. Fucker. Is he dead? That's how we deal with tyrants. Bitch. Favorite tyrant in the series? Oh. It's Nemesis. I hate saying it out loud, but like, it's Nemesis. Does Nemesis count? Of course he counts. What do you mean, does he count? For you. Oh, the motherboard. Of course. Genuinely starting to wonder if Rebecca suffered a TBI between this game and remake. It really... The character shift between Zero and remake is so jarring, especially considering that they came out, like, literally on top of one another, right? It really is like, what the fuck happened? Like, actually, what happened? Haunting Ground is at 500 to 600 too? Thank God you've got a copy of that. Fuck. Alright, watch out, Billy. I got this. Power has been restored. It's a really valuable game. $500 to $600. That's crazy talk. I don't know what Rebecca could probably ride in it. Okay, hold on. Well. If I buy JP Kuon, will you translate it for me? Oh, God. Until they found a crate of sealed copies in an Italian warehouse. Now it's come back down? What? The most expensive game that Cole has, like,
Look at my throat hole.
off the top of his head. Fucking caveman, I hate this shit. Oh. Is, what's it?
I enjoyed the pain. It makes me feel good and alive.
The black box copy of Silent Hill 1 that Cole's sitting on. It's in the storage unit right now, actually. It's not even in Cole's house. Oh. which last that Cole looked, a US black box copy of Silent Hill, like complete in box, good condition and all that, was like $170, $180. It's like 1,000 here for a while. Jesus. Magnum can go here. Rebecca tripped and hit her head on the way to the Spencer mansion. Developed memory loss, but only for the last 24 hours. Makes sense. Excited for the OG remake of Silent Hill? Yes. The biggest thing that Cole hopes with the remake of Silent Hill 1 is that they don't stretch the game out to be like twice as long as the original, the way they did with SH2. Because that was the biggest issue with SH2 remake. It was so good, but the pacing was all fucked because they just stretched everything out. Like, even parts of the game that did not need to be longer, like the labyrinth, they just were like, all right, the labyrinth is only about an hour. Make it like 2.5 hours for good measure. Just make it long. People will like that. Like, no one wants to spend that long in the labyrinth in Silent Hill 2. No one. Absolutely no one wants to spend that long in the labyrinth. It's too long. And it's every area in the game. If it was a couple areas that were longer, it's like whatever. But in SH2 Remake, it's every single area was made to be significantly longer. So Cole just hopes that they don't do that again, because that kind of sucked. Like, that just wasn't great. Having to finish it like 5 times for all achievements made it so much worse. Yeah, that would. Right. Cole doesn't know exactly what we need on the other side of that gondola ride, but we're gonna go prepared. Oops. SH1 Remake should still be pretty good, though. Like, assuming, even if they made everything twice as long like they did with SH2, it'll still be good. Like, SH2 Remake is still really good, just not as good as the original SH2. Mostly because the pacing and some areas just going on for way longer than they need to. Some areas are great. Like, the apartments being, like, 2+ hours in the remake is awesome. The hospital being like 2 hours is pretty good. The labyrinth and the prison and just some areas did not need to be that long. You should expect the same in SH1. Cole is not expecting the same in SH1 because Cole is not the only one who criticized it. It was like the most criticized part of the remake. Why don't companies port these PS1 to 2 games into PC, even if it's a bad port, just to make a few bucks? I would pay $60 for a bad port of some games. Yeah, normally licenses or just it not really being worth the effort. Because, like, it's opportunity cost when you're running a company like that, right? You could throw some people on making a port of, like, this PS2 game that no one's ever heard of. Or you could do the same thing and make a port of, like, a flagship title that's very beloved and make exponentially more money from the same amount of effort. If that makes, or even like you could put in a little more effort and do like a full remake of a well-known title from scratch, and that will just sell way better than a port of a game that people don't know. And porting is a lot harder than most people tend to think it is. There's a lever here to operate the floodgate for the dam. Turn the lever. I will turn the lever. Caveman is over. My ringer is just really quiet right now. Or you could be Namco and port Tekken 3 and Soul Calibur 3 to PS5 but not put trophies in them. Yeah, or, you know, network multiplayer in a fighting game in 2025. Fucking Namco. Yeah, I cry. We just need like a Tekken collection with multiplayer. It would be glorious. Just like the early Tekken games. Like the PS1 games, or maybe like 1 through 4 with multiplayer and achievements and stuff. We would all be living the dream. Like just, we all would. Any 3D fighting game fan would be living it up with that. Genuinely. The door is now unlocked. Where does this go? Crazy how we can make better decisions for these companies, but they can't. Don't let this come off the wrong way. But I think the disconnect that comes up here between gamers and companies who actually hold the rights to these things is that gamers think they know better when they don't. Like, they don't know how to run the business. They don't know the logistics of what goes into all these things. But they just assume that they have the better ideas than the company and that they understand the business better when that's not the case. And sometimes it could be, but like 99% of the time, that's not the case. You know what I mean? And I think that's largely where that disconnect comes from. We make the decision without it costing it. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Looking at this from a consumer's perspective, that's also the disconnect, because you can't look at it from a consumer's perspective simply because that's not the perspective that they get to look at it from. Like, it's a business for profit, not just like what will make people happy. There's a lot more that goes into it. The fuck is this for? Oh, can't be swearing. I'm supposed to not be swearing. Water that's been treated to remove impurities. Comes from out-of-touch boomer investors who think people, or who think all people who like games are kids. That's just not the case most of the time either. Like, also, that's another thing. That is a very broad assumption that comes up a lot. But, like, especially when it comes to Japanese companies, they have a lot of younger leadership nowadays. Because it was a lot of older leadership up until, like, the mid-2010s. But then, you know, they got old, specifically to the Japanese market right now. Because the Western market is, like, right about at the curve that we're about to have here. Where the Japanese games market blew up huge in the 80s, like mid 80s, right? And then you have all the guys come in to be at like top level executive positions at that time. Those are people who have more experience, right? Like even your younger hotshots are going to be like 35, give or take. So you have them in the seats running things for years and years, but then eventually they have to retire. Like they get old and they move on, right? And you bring in younger guys. So Japan has a lot of younger leadership in the games industry right now, simply because the old boomers in question have aged out. And that's already happening in the Western market as well. It's just we're only seeing the beginning of that happening right now in the West. Miyamoto never retired. Yeah, unless you're Miyamoto or someone like that. Tell me this is an oxymoron. No. Because, like, genuinely, even when you're looking at the very top level positions, even if you are, like, a younger guy going into those positions, you're genuinely, most of the time, going to be 35, 40, and you'll still be the younger guy. Because, like, at the top level of businesses, it is people with, like, a full career's worth of experience. Like, you genuinely, you just don't get that high generally unless you're, like, exceptional, like, truly exceptional, unless you have a full career of experience. Ah! Oh my god. I thought I was dead. I thought I was dead. I went all the way to his mouth before I got free. When the new Skate came out? Yeah. That one is an extreme example. Can only... Does that mean they can't listen to consumers' needs most of the time? Yes. The business thing? Yes. Because, like, genuinely... Like, here's a good way to put it, right? I talk about YouTube stuff all the time, and, like, interest and how much that factors into what I can do and can't do. Like, realistically, I can do whatever the hell I want. Are we counting hell? Is hell a swear that extends this redeem? Because I was going to say a more harsh word, and I toned it down. But I was doing it mid-sentence, so... Yes. Okay. I can realistically, like, in a YouTuber position, do anything I want at any time. You can. But reality is that if I do anything that I want, I don't make money. And if I don't have money, I can't live. So, like, when I'm gauging interest and people are like, oh, well, you can just do whatever. Just do whatever you want. It's kind of like, well, no. I can't just do anything. Like, it simply, I can't. It doesn't work like that. And game businesses are very much the same. Like, they could just do anything because, like I could go tweet at Capcom right now and be like, hey, I want a full remake of the entire Dino Crisis trilogy over the next 5 years. I would buy all of them. Capcom could look at that and just be like, oh, okay, he's gonna buy it. And then they'll make it. But then if those don't sell well, they've lost money and also spent all this time chasing this wild goose when they could have been doing something that more people want, that would have had more broad market appeal, rather than just, you know, doing the Dino Crisis remasters or whatever that I asked for. If that example makes sense. There's been many examples of it too for you. Yeah. Heck is preferable. people watch your streams because you're giving us what I want or what we want. Kind of yes, but like, again, that's because I do the interest polling, which like companies like, again, Capcom being my example of like large gaming corporation just because we're playing Resident Evil. Capcom also does like mass polling to figure out what most people want. Like what would be the most beneficial move for them right now. Like they just did one last year where everyone was freaking out because like DMC and Dino Crisis and Mega Man were even on the list, and they were like, oh, this means that we must be getting stuff. And it's like, well, no, they're seeing what might work. And like I had a guy who used to come in here like every other day and write me like full paragraphs about how I right now should drop what I'm doing and do a Contra retrospective. Because like he loves Contra, everyone loves Contra. I should drop everything and do Contra right now. But like I have the data. Like I could do Contra, but like no one's really interested in Contra right now. It's kind of dead. Everyone was crying for Power Stone. They gave us Power Stone and nobody plays it. Yeah, even then. And False and I have had stuff like this where we've talked about it. Like even sometimes people say that they want something, but then if given that thing, they just don't engage with it sometimes. Which is part of why I do the polling the way that I do. Because like I sort of like subtly just put the polls in videos here and there, and then people are like, wait, there's a poll? And it's like, you didn't know there was a poll because this poll was not targeted at you. These polls reach the people they are intended for every time. Because I've become very intentional about how I do it over time. Oh, Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca made it out? I thought I was gonna have to swap and get her out too. Look at Ninja Gaiden. Yeah. It's locked? By what? So wait, I have a... Oh! Industrial water and an empty battery? Looks like it hasn't been used for a long time. All the fluid is gone. Water that's been treated to remove impurities. What am I missing here? We learned not to listen to chat. Joke. She says she's joking, but genuinely, and like again, don't take it the wrong way, but like yeah. Like you get to a point where you kind of learn that sometimes it is just noise and you have to figure out how to like filter it. And one of those ways that I've filtered it is, and I yell at False for this. Not yell. I get on False for this sometimes. Is the way that I run the polls. I target them at people who are like right now watching the stuff that like those polls will replace. Like watching the video series that the results of those polls will replace, right? I don't like send it out to Twitter and my Discord server and like pin it in stream chat every day and all that. Because a lot of those people aren't going to be watching the thing anyway. Like they might be curious enough and interested enough to vote, but there's a very high chance if you're polling in outside places that those people are voting on stuff that they don't even really care about. But like they feel like they care about it enough to vote, but then they're not going to watch it anyway. So like intentionally I only put it in places where people are currently engaging with the content that new content will replace. If that makes sense. Because, like, those people, there's still a chance that they won't be interested and won't watch. But, like, it's a significantly lower chance. That's as mitigated as that chance could be. I still do it because I want to. And yeah, that's where I get on False about it. She sends it out, like, everywhere. And I'm like, False. Some of these people, a lot of these people aren't even watching your streams right now. Like, we don't need this data. This data is not valuable. Blue and red chemical. Right. I haven't put it on Twitter in forever. Yeah, I at least talked you out of that. Sorry, I tabbed out of the game forgetting. I went to check something. I forgot. No swearing is over. Then people who you're not targeting still come in and vote in the poll. So how would you know that the audience you want to vote for are voting on it? Like I said, like, there's no way to fully avoid it. The best that I can do is what I currently do, that just reduces the amount of, I guess for lack of a better term, like, redundant data that will flow into there and skew results. If that makes sense. Like, by not putting it in the Discord server. Because there are a ton of people in the Discord server who even, like, message in the Discord server who haven't showed up in, like, a video comment section or a stream or something in ages. But they'll see that and be like, oh, vote. And they'll vote. You know? Like, stuff like that. Or, like, yeah, False's friend, just personal friend, voted in the poll. He doesn't watch the streams, and even when he does, like, he's not really there for the game. He's just there because he's friends with False. What about Ninja Gaiden? Did the 4th game not sell well? From the data that we got, like, initially, it seems like it didn't, no.
You stay here.
Yeah. I don't know where these chemicals are. Well, that other door is the one out, right? YouTube community polls aren't great either. They're not. The issue with YouTube community polls is that community posts on YouTube have very strong algorithm presence. Like, they really do get boosted by algorithm. I used to run, back before I really took the video stuff very seriously, I used to run, like, daily, just random questions. Like, just, like, question of the day, random stuff. Polls. That, the whole reason I was doing them was because they would get boosted off of, like, keywords and engagement and stuff. And just fly out there to wherever. And it was literally just so that when people would see that, my profile picture would have, like, the little live border on it. It was just a visibility thing. See these random polls from a channel I'm not even subbed to? Yeah. So that's why I don't like doing those either. Oh, there's a blue one. Blue chemical in the mixing set. They got good taste in games. I mean, so far, I would say we're 5 for 5 on, like, good game picks from the polling. It works. Well, 4 for 4. Armored Core was my pick. Armored Core was not voted for. I just did that. That was at a time where I was just experimenting with random stuff, and I just chose Armored Core. And it wasn't even going to be a full series. It was just a one-off. But then that video did so well that I did another one, and they worked. So I just kept her going. What were the games picked from polls? Ace Combat, Metal Gear, Resi, and Yakuza. Oh. Still hasn't even uploaded a video. It's placeholder. Ooh. Remember Assassin's Creed is up there? Assassin's Creed. I never said Assassin's Creed was up there. All that I said was the 10 like hint words that I gave out. I don't even remember all of them, but people wrote them down. I remember some of them. You did say it was up there? Oh, I might have said like it was relatively up there, but it wasn't like a top 10 one. Oh, yeah, it's in my DMs with False, actually. All the words that I gave. If you weren't there that stream, people were asking like what was like the top 10 results from the poll so far. I don't even know what to search in our DMs to try to find it. Oh, did she just get it? She did. Hold on. Yeah. I got them. It was a single word per franchise. That was like a super vague hint. But all like, if you knew exactly what I was talking about, you'd be like, oh, like if you got the full key, you would see the logic for all of them. But realistically, just off of these one words, like you're not gonna get them. Yeah, yours are above, I know. Because False gave me a few. The words were cow, lost, pizza, leather, baby, water, knuckle, and then where are False's? Many, wife, False, did you edit one of your messages after I gave them a word? Because I did not give them that word. Oh, potion. I was so confused by that. Potion was the last one. I was like, I know I didn't say that. That's it. Alright, I'm just looking for the chemicals. I was like, what am I doing again? Gotta be gears. I have no comments, no further comments on these hints. None. The hints are the hints. You will have to wait. Granted, that poll is still gonna run for a while longer, and like the results can swing all over the place. There's a red one. So like even by the time that I'm actually making the final decision, the top 10 will almost definitely be different from what it was when I gave those words. But I do have the key because I explained in the message to False what each of them was so that she could see them. And she was even just like, yeah, some of these I would not know if you didn't explain them. One of them she had to ask. She was like, What the hell is this? Said a bad word. When will the poll end? When all the Resi and Yakuza stuff is done. Don't frog him. I swear to God, do not frog him. Okay. Think you might have done it too early? No. This is how I've always done it. Because the point is just to get as many people giving input on it as possible. Like, of actual good data. Okay. They release a Yakuza or 2 a year. Well, once I'm caught up. Now that I'll be on it, Kiwami 3 will be the last thing. Kiwami 3 will be the finale. Until there's more out, that is. There we go.
Let's regroup.
Let's
Roger.
regroup. You ignored it? I don't know what you mean. Is that new Gang of the Dragon game being included? I'll probably want to play it, but I don't know if I'll do a video on it. And even if I do, then, what's it? I don't think I would put it in the same series necessarily. There, my no swearing is done. Fuck you guys. Producer said they have many exciting announcements for 2026. Yeah, but like, knowing RGG and the way that they've used that language before, a lot of those announcements are going to be things like, we're doing a marriage event where you can get married to the characters from the game, cardboard cutouts of the characters. We now know from experience, like very recent experience, that when they start saying they have many exciting things planned, that's what they mean. Could be games, but most of it will be stuff like that. We know now. How do you already have that off of cooldown? Oops, I don't want to lift it. Wait, wouldn't I want Rebecca on it? Surely. She's the light one. Yoink. And then that key card goes to that one door. Uh-oh. Frog. That sucks. Key card. It would help if the map wasn't so impossible to read in this place. Like, holy moly. Oh, it's over there anyway. Stairs. Yeah, the stairs. Learn to not use map. That's my strat. Your strat would suck in RE0. Oh yeah, and an awful Yakuza show. That could be an exciting announcement. Season 2 of the Yakuza adaptation. Right, chat? Right. I want to be like a dragon. Like a dragon of Dojima. Where is my Magnum? Next room. Or is it this room? It is the next room. That's weird. Yakuza TV show might cause cold rage. It kind of did. That show was not good. You give it like another year though, and you'll start to get people saying that it wasn't that bad. And give it like another 5 years and people will be like, no, it was actually pretty good. People were just too hard on it. As is the way with internet gaming communities. We've already seen a hard turnaround on the Resi movies. Clearly. As is tradition, right? This year in the Call of Duty community, people started pretending that Ghosts was fun. Like with the DMC anime? Yeah, give that another couple years. Wait, do you mean the old one? The old one's not bad. The new one is. Welcome to Raccoon City was so ass. Yeah, but give it another 5 years. People will tell you it was great. I have an important question. Do you know how to draw the fancy S? I do not know how to draw the fancy S. Dang, okay, bye. Okay, bye. I could probably figure it out. Like the one we did in school? Yeah, I don't know. I know the one he's talking about. I never learned it. I was too cool. Just because you don't like Ghost doesn't mean you need to shit on those who do like it. No. No. I do. Particularly because a lot of those people don't like it. Like, the Act Man. He literally has a video from years ago shitting on it. But then, just randomly this year, he was like, oh, new COD is so bad. You know what was good? Call of Duty Ghosts. It was great. I do, though. I don't believe you. Can't be true. I don't believe you. I don't. Nope. No. I don't. I don't. The Act Man always jumps on the bandwagon. He does. When Ghosts came out, I made a rant video about it, and it's still up on YouTube. My profile picture. Hey, the one thing that we all agreed was cool about Ghosts was the logo.
Glad you have joined the party. You are the guests of honor. After all, it's your wake.
Who are you?
What?
Dr. Marcus?
No, you can't be. What's going on?
10 years ago, Spencer had me assassinated.
Ghost was so good, everyone went back to BO2. I did.
Oh, time to die, Doctor.
I will take over your research.
Although I like Extinction. I did play Extinction whenever a new map came out. I'll probably have False play it as we're going through the zombie stuff. It's zombies adjacent. And it's fun.
However, something wondrous happened. It took the T-virus inside of my queen years to procreate my new life.
I live. Now I will have my revenge on Umbrella, and the world will burn in an inferno of hate.
You'll pay for what you've done.
We'll see which one of us is gonna die.
Gonna play Exo Zombies with her? Yes. There it is. Big Mama. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Rebecca's gonna die. We're both gonna die. There was more Magnum ammo, I only just saw it, the sunglasses. BO7's campaign is better than Vanguard as a whole.
Resident Evil
Vanguard
0
had a better multiplayer than Ghosts. It did. And I will never pretend it didn't. The rest of the game was doo-doo, though. And even the Warzone map that year was awful. And I don't even really, like, care about Warzone much, but I always check it out when there's a new Warzone stuff. And, like, dude. That was a bad Warzone map. That is, like, the worst map Warzone has had. Was the Vanguard one. Caldera, that's what it was called. It's like, I can't even remember the name of it, but it was awful. Only because the launch maps were better. Yeah. The guns. Like, Ghosts had fun guns, but the time to kill was so insane that I couldn't really enjoy them much in the multiplayer. I could enjoy them in Extinction and the campaign. But, like, Vanguard's balance was better as well. I wish they would do the Ghosts perk system again, because that was the best thing about Ghosts. And it sounds like such a small thing, but like that perk system was awesome. So quick. Yeah, they tried to do like the MW2 thing, where just every gun killed you in like an instant. But then you combined it with the general map design of the game. Especially on launch, like the DLC maps for Ghosts were better. But combined with the maps being like huge and intentionally having so many like hiding spots and vantage points and stuff, it was just so brutal. Like, it was very much a game of whoever saw the other player first won the gunfight already. It was one of those Call of Duties. Well, hardcore player, I didn't believe you guys existed until you told me you were like a genuine hardcore player just in every COD game. I didn't believe they were real until you said that to me. Won't say a negative thing about MW2's guns outside of the F2000. It's because MW2's general design complemented it. Like, the maps and the way the game flowed, like, MW2 wasn't... wasn't balanced like that in a vacuum, if that makes sense. Like, that way of phrasing it. I love it. You're crazy.
Beg for the peg, chat.
I like that one. Come on, Rebecca.
The biggest wang in the West.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even see this Magnum ammo because of the shades. This works for me, actually. I've never seen him do this. Which way is he gonna come from that way? There we go. You see, Naughty Dog is reintroducing Crunch, even though they said they would never do it again. I did see that. Just so happens I did. That Naughty Dog. Come here, Billy. We're getting out. We're wrapping this shit up. I had McDonald's tendies. They were all right. Never having them again. Oh, so they're not very good. I should have gotten some last night. Like, after you said it, I was pissed that I didn't get those. I had McDonald's last night. Oh. These can come off. I was right. What? Didn't you say that you didn't think you would like them that much? Because they were basically just big chicken nuggets? Has the gristle issue? Oh, yeah. Hello. I like. Literally ate one and threw away the other two? What? It ruined it for me? That sucks. Yoink. Yoink. Should have saved after the gear up. Oh well. Not much to be done about it now. I'm out.
What?
What?
It's the Queen!
It's the Queen.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Best self-destruct voice in the series.
Come on, can't this thing move any faster?
Shit! Shit! Oh.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate
We're stuck.
immediately.
Oh,
Repeat.
maybe not. I'm still stuck. Oh my Magnum isn't loaded. Oops.
I'll go.
The
What?
self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Oh god.
The self-destruct system
Rebecca's still chilling.
activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Queen Leech. Oh. Now Rebecca's not chilling.
The self-destruct system has been activated. Personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Billy, can't handle sunlight. We need to open the windows.
We need to open the windows.
Follow me! You work on the windows.
Got it.
I'll use my charm to distract Her Majesty.
Don't worry, I'll use my charm. Gate operation manual.
The self-destruct system
Open the heliport in case of emergency. Follow the procedures below.
personnel evacuate
Removing the lock.
Repeat.
There are 4 locking mechanisms in the room which must be activated in this order: southwest, northwest, southeast, west side. I'll distract Her Majesty. Come here, bitch.
System has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Oh. Rebecca, hurry. There goes my first aid spray.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Rebecca, please. Hurry.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Fuck's sake.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Hey.
Repeat.
Come here, bitch. One more.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Leave Rebecca alone. Oh.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat.
Huge. Using 100% of his charm, getting his ass whooped. Check this out. Give him stars. Or her. Give her stars.
Billy!
Or not.
Hey, Queenie! Feast on this!
Bitch. Damn.
Billy!
Rebecca, hurry!
Feast on this. Forgot about that. RE always ends in explosions? Yes. It's tradition. As it should be.
Hey, that must be the old mansion that Enrico was talking about. I guess it's time to say goodbye. Officially, Lieutenant Billy Cohen is dead.
Yeah, I'm just a zombie now. Thank you, Rebecca.
They don't smooch? What is this game? No smooch. This is Resident Evil. They can't give you too much. Whatever happens to Billy after this, we never hear about him again ever. Which is why I always say that I think Billy probably dies in the woods. Or just disappears somewhere forever, I don't know. But since there are still bioweapons loose in the woods, I kind of assume that he got. He's a zombie, duh. Oh yeah, my bad. Because Billy's got negative charm. Went to Tahiti. Hopefully. Imagine Billy comes back as like a crazy callback in Requiem. I would be so pissed. I would be like, of all the characters to bring back, Billy Cohen I'd be like, this could have been any cameo. You chose Billy. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope I didn't speak it into existence. Bring back Josh. And the thing with Billy, too, is like, anytime they do want to bring back an RE0 character, which is incredibly rare, it's Rebecca. Like, they always choose Rebecca if they do want to bring back an RE0 character. Bring back Josh Stone in RE9. Sorry, I almost said RE5. In RE9 would be crazy. Adding Billy last minute as we speak. It would be unexpected. Like, talk about something that no one would see coming. Billy comeback would be unexpected. Bring back my goat, Vincent. That Ark Thompson would be a good one. For just, if we're going crazy with the callback. I don't know. Carlos being a third character could be funny. Nikolai? No, Nikolai gets nuked in the remake timeline. Like, definitively. It's not even questionable. Chopper Mike? No, he's dead. They killed him, too. Billy would be the most unexpected, I think. I feel like he would be. Jake? I feel like Jake is the one who needs to come back, who they're never going to bring back because RE6 is RE6. I wish. Because, like, there's so much interesting stuff you can do with Jake, even though he comes from RE6. Like, there's so much you could do with him. They bring back 7 obscure characters so they can say, we are the Resident Evil 9. Just the full Outbreak cast. The Outbreak cast plus Grace could be the Resident Evil 9. There are 8 characters in Outbreak. Bring back Billy, but he saves Steve's body from the Wesker labs. So they bring back Billy and Steve. They revived Steve in the labs. They did. They did. They could come back as a duo. Billy and Steve. They could come back as a pair. They work together now. Steve forever indebted to Billy. Bruce McGivern. There are so many, like, obscure-ass Resident Evil characters that you could bring back. Piers swam from the underground lab. It's funny because, like, they could do this and have it be just so stupid. I wouldn't put it past them. I've been playing the Yakuza games, man. They do anything in those games. So they could genuinely just do any of this shit. Like, oh yeah, Steve's body was taken to a lab of Weskers for study, and then they revived him. But then fucking Billy Cohen went in there to save him, raided the lab, got him out. He's back now. Leo DiCaprio, Steve. Steve would be old too, and Billy. They would all be, like, Leon's age. I think Billy would be a little older, even. Which would make it even more wild. My camera... Oh, it doesn't fully cover it. I was like, please tell me I'm covering it. I'm not. D rank! You know? Could be worse. This game's fucking hard. Leech Hunter. You can now play Leech Hunter. My most requested character would be Sheva. I'm kind of surprised that Sheva never came back after 5, even though, like, she was... what's it? Like, very much just Chris's designated partner for that one operation. I'm still surprised that they never brought her back for anything. There's a few achievements you have to get in Leech Hunter. Yeah, we'll have to play it a bit. Anyway, it is about that time. I gotta go back to the video stuff. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff like Ace Combat, Metal Gear, Yakuza. It's all good. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, leave a like on the stream. Helps out with algorithm and stuff. You know how that goes. Appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. Or if you're on Twitch, they're on the channel page. They're in chat commands. Check out any of that. You'll be able to find whatever you're looking for. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.